Welcome back to another installment of Panzer Campaigns, Tunisia 43, the End in Africa scenario. I just finished moving Second Corps. Well, I should say, when last I played, I finished moving Second Corps, US Second Corps. They're doing their thing up here. And we're moving on to the British First Army. We're looking at the 5th Corps, starting with the 78th Division. I have a nice surround going right here. This bunker assault went better than I expected, so I was able to get some action there. I don't think I'm going to need these guns. Let's see. So yeah, all these units are isolated, and what I want to do is like this. I want to, I think I can just move. Yeah, no zone of control. Oh no, there is a zone of control. Crap, I blew my own plan. All right. So here's what we do. Like this. We're gonna soften them up. Okay, and then soften it up. Oh, nice. So there goes their zone of control. Now I can move here and retain movement. So I'm bummed that I don't get to use this this guy as well. I should have saved one of these shots. I was expecting to have to assault into that hex with the AA gun. Anyhow, let's see what we can do. Not great. Okay, well, we'll move everybody up. And yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and bring the AT guns up, because those will be needed. Now, up on long stop, I think I just want to keep these headquarters units. Well, there's a trench line over here. I think it's fine. So up on long stop, I'm trying to think here, how can I make use of this? Maybe like this? What does this count as? These guys are fatigued. I really shouldn't be using them like this. That's very tempting. I'm gonna be naughty. Yeah. That's a trench. That's a bunker with engineers. Okay. These guys are disrupted. Assault. Yeah, I'll take that. I really need to get these guys out of here. Okay, so that's good for... Which unit is that? That is the... a little scattered 1st Infantry Brigade and 11th? Yeah, I'll take that. The 1st and 11th Infantry Brigades. Good work there. I'm still pushing up the Medjeda, but all the action is really taking place here at Peter's Corner and Kassar Tier. They've got this crazy line of everything. I do have AT guns over here, so that's good. But back to the 78th Infantry, what I want to do is to strike a balance between kind of moving them like this. I'm moving them like this to cut off Peter's Corner, like maybe push down this way, which is kind of the opposite direction of where I want to go, but really on the southern side of the Medjeda, what I want to do is secure this bridge so that I can eventually probably move the rest of the division up there, but it's just not the right time, I don't think. They're thinly defended over here. All they have is they certainly don't have a lot. Maybe I'll keep on with these guys for now. Okay. Alright. Let's see if I can get a surround on him. Yeah, I guess so. So over here, what do we have? Let's see. These units are disrupted and isolated and like to use these tanks elsewhere. So here's what I'll do. Assault and assault. Good. And I still have movement left over for my recon cars. Yeah. Just move him back to town. Take these guys in this direction, and we'll go ahead and rejoin this tank battalion over here. And we're going to keep shooting these Nebelwerfers with the tank battalion. And kind of just hold that road. Now over here is where things get interesting. Let me fire these guns right quick. Good. And I'm going to move these guys into position. I think on this... Yeah, I don't love that. There's another company. Oh, are these the same unit? Yeah, they sure are. They met again. Fated. Alright, let's actually... Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I'm gonna join them. That'll kill this unit's movement points, but I'm okay with that. I've been meaning to get these guys back together. So good. Now, this unit's disrupted. I've got some AT guns, which I can deploy over here to shoot at this bunker. Yeah, that was a good one. I love using ranged firepower so much in this game. Seeing what else I got going on. This is my AT scout car, which means I can fire at this bunker, but it seems like perhaps not the best use of an AT car. Here, we have a good mix of engineers, infantry, and tanks to assault up into this trench line. Where these disrupted Fallschirmjäger are, they've been a real pain in my butt. So the issue that I'm running into is like this. Well, first, let me introduce you to this particular terrain feature here. Here is higher than here. So if we look 100, 0, 0, so there's a stream and it also descends. And that's good because it means that this unit here can't see what's happening along this stretch. So they can't pepper me with 88 fire. They can shoot everybody over here, but not this group that's trying to clear out Peter's Corner. So the point that I'm making is that I want to advance upon a straight north axis. They have this bunker here, so that's going to be a real pain because, again, 88s. I don't really have an answer for that, but these 88s are at least in just a village instead of a bunker. So, yeah, that's the plan. Got some disrupted units here, but also some units that are undisrupted. So we're going to go ahead... Oh, I should have fired first. That's alright. Okay. Any of these units fire? Yeah. So we've weakened this disrupted unit of Fallschirmjäger quite a bit. Now, here's the trick here, is that there's a stream to the north of me, so I can't, if I move like any of these infantry units or the tanks, it's going to take up a lot of their movement. But again, I have to advance on this straight northerly axis, though I do, now that I'm looking at this, I think it would probably be a better choice to do something like, see, I've got a soft range of 2 on these tanks, and the machine gun also has a soft range of 2, and these 88s are soft targets, so I think I'm going to do that. That way I don't have to subject myself to such costly counterfire from the Fallschirmjäger in the bunker. We'll go ahead and thin this out a little bit before I continue the attack, and what I'm going to do with these tanks and infantry is, I can't, yeah, stacking limitation, how much is that then? 718, alright, well I know I've got some room. What do I need more of, tanks or infantry? Both. Let's split this. Well, what is the assault on these tanks? 9. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Decent, at least. I'm thinking I should move these engineers out of here, maybe? Let me do the math right quick. That's 600 plus 410 would be exactly at the stacking limit? No, I can do it that way, yeah. We'll bring these engineers out. Movement allowance exceeded. No! Oh, crap. I can do it that way. Alright, that works, I think. Sometimes this game gets very technical. Man, they're wailing on me. This really didn't... Putting these guys over here didn't really do me any favors. I'll be able to assault this bunker, but dang. Alright, anybody else over here that I want to move? These recon cars. Not really. There's nowhere that I can get to that's like a good spot for them. Yeah. I did mean to have something to cover this spot right here, so we'll do that. Leave those guys to rest, and who else? Rest, AA. Okay, well, Peter's Corner continues to be a huge pain in my butt. Let's see what we can do with Cassar Tier. We do have a disrupted unit over here. Can't move him anywhere, but... All these tanks are only a range of 1. How don't I secure kind of this corner over here? I think I want to put you... Let's see here. Yeah, see, man, they got these 88s. They're all over the place. Okay. Good. I shouldn't spread out too much, I think. Actually, let me move this AT gun first. That way it's not subjected to counterfire. Just leave you right there. I'll have to come back to that, which sucks. But I recently got an AT gun very badly shot up, so I'm not gonna, when I left him in travel mode, so I'm not gonna do that again. Man, I hate you. Ugh. How depressing. Okay, everything over here is HQ units, so let's do... Yeah, let's concentrate our firepower as much as we can. Trying to get a disruption here. No luck. If I could still assault, but I just have to let this work out. These guys are in a village, which is pretty good cover. Let me shoot with these guys. I do have a piece of logic behind that, is that since they're in the elevated position, it's better to keep them there. They have they can move along this ridge without having to pay the elevation cost, and I can still assault with this unit if I want to. I'm not going to, but so good. We got a gun. No effect. All right. Next up, these tanks. I'm just gonna keep shooting at this bunker. Oh, I got a disruption. I'm just gonna keep shooting it because I'm not trying to press on here right now. All right. Moving on to the area of the 46th Infantry Division. Let me just make sure that I moved as much of this as I wanted to. Yes. Yeah, really nothing else. I feel like I should do something with these guys. Really anything. They're not capable of assaulting right now, so... Alright. And 46 infantry. So these tanks got surrounded last turn because I pushed out this engineer unit, and I think that that was a really smart move. So I'm gonna clobber these guys this turn, and these engineers are also isolated. I think the bigger threat is still the tanks. Got a vehicle, machine gun fire. Alright. I don't feel like I should be assaulting from the top of this hill, but let me figure out... Yeah, okay. These guys all came through low ammo. I was looking at it a minute ago. Their headquarters unit is out of command, which is a real bummer. I think this is their headquarters. Yeah. Which is like, he's on a road. He's close to it. He has command. I just got an unlucky roll. Okay, so let's see here. This recon unit continues to be the bane of my existence. I want to continue to kill him just because of how much I hate him. With the machine gun too, please. And we'll take the AT gun up here. Crap, I don't have enough to... Dang. It's a bad move. Alright. So next up, I'm going to shoot up these tanks. No effect. Let me get them with my AT guns first, even though they're low ammo. Is this some improved position? One vehicle. No effect. Got the disruption. So that's great. And yeah. Trying to get the remaining disruption here. Okay. Dang. That was a good shot. 5, 10. Just keep working these engineers. I don't know how many of them there are. Okay, let's see. I gotta get this guy out of here, man. Just leave him. Just leave him. He's gonna recover. I'm gonna grab the rest of my Grab the rest of the boys. Get you out of the way. Off the road. Okay. Well, I can't go that way, dum-dum. Go right through a freaking minefield. Alright. With this game sometimes. Okay. Alright, all good there. I think that's everybody for the 40s. No, I gotta dig in. And I wanted to move these two up to assist with the digging in. They do not have... I'm just not even gonna bother attacking with them. This guy can dig in some more. I just brought all of my engineers up there and I'm like, just dig trenches to keep them from getting out. Alright, we're on to the 6th Infantry Division. I love how in this game, like every unit is its own encounter, you know? They've got a 88 in a bunker with their HQ. I'm actually about to get the surround on them, it looks like. Can I do that? Yeah, I sure can. Shitty Italian tanks. Okay. So... you're disrupted and isolated. I'm just gonna assault right through you, I think. No, I'm gonna cancel that. And I'm just gonna assault with the low ammo units. That is about 60 tanks. Hopefully that works. It worked. Now, I'll put these guys into travel mode, and I guess move them out of the way? I'm thinking here, because I also need to move these tanks. I can move them company by company. Have to be in travel. I should be able to get them moved up regardless of travel mode. So in any case though, let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, won't be able to get out of travel mode, so kill this unit over here. I think I can get away with this. If not, I'll assault with the infantry too. Yeah. Okay. And I think he will have nowhere to go, so this should annihilate him. Good. Put you up. Ugh. Ugh. Dang it. I hate when the game does what I tell it to. Alright. Assault. Excellent. Now, tanks. Yeah, that worked out well. The 6th and 7th Armored Division working in unison to annihilate Axis forces. It's beautiful. Alright. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And I can actually move these guys up. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Anyways. No, that ought to work. Alright, let me assault this. Kill this unit here. Good. Okay. Put you here, I guess? Yes, because ultimately the 6th Armored was to take the Highway 3. Well, I don't know if I still want to do it that way, given how this is playing out. They've got a lot of resistance in this mountainous area. Lots of tanks up there, which is a little silly, but here we are. What else? Alright. Good. Put you here. Hopefully I don't get shelled. Famous last words. Okay. Alright. Now, should be everybody in the 6th Armored, and I'm moving on to the 7th Armored. Alright, just sizing up the situation, what I'm seeing. Okay. These paratroopers are going to join. They're going to be the seam between First Army and 8th Army. I always figured that they would probably be something like that. So I think that's how it's playing out. And in just a moment here. Okay. Alright, so moving on with the 6th. Let me see if I can move these paratroopers right quick so I can get that popping. There'll be a welcome addition to the Indian Division, which seems to be struggling a little bit in its current situation. I probably do want to take advantage of this artillery here. Yeah, 4 guns. I'll take that. Got engineers to help out up here. Keep the line formed. Shitty Italian tanks, nonetheless, need to be handled. Okay, it's going fairly well. Alright, well, I gotta get these guns across the river, so I'll put them like this and like this. Move these tanks up here. Kill more of their tanks. Yeah, we'll assault through with this infantry. Done. And let's see. Yeah, I can trap this unit of tanks and replace that with this infantry. We have a nice solid line. There's more of my guns. I'll get you right up here. Oh, that was risky. I shouldn't have done that. What else for this division? Keep the paratroopers moving east. Let's see here. Yeah. I'll do that. Okay. Now for these engineers, yeah. this. Just keep my flank security up. Good. My artillery can move. My recon cars are all resting. I'm bringing more infantry up the road. More AT guns. I shouldn't have done that. They were resting. That's okay, I'll leave them that way. I'll take this artillery and put it into travel mode. And what else do I have over here? I seem to recall that one of these belongs to the 7th or the 6th. Yeah. So here, I'm going to go ahead and pull you all the way up here. And you are here. Perfect. You can get onto the road. Although I don't think you'll be able to cross that bridge. Okay. Put you in this trench. Okay. Okay, I think that's the 6th and 7th. I've got the 1st British Infantry, and they are engaged in mountain fighting. I'm going to back them up with the Moroccans. Would you look at that? We've got a nice little surround going on this guy. These guys in the improved position. Keep at it. Nice. Here comes the assault. Boom. Solid assault. And we'll keep pushing out in this direction. We eventually need to take this road that's right here, which, if I recall, here was a big problem. There was like AT guns or something. The Indians can't handle that. I think my rifle infantry sir can. So I'll put them here, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, you can't move in that direction. So gotta deal with these guys, I think. Alright. So let's see. Here's the isolated bunker. Yeah, good, that's what I needed. Here it comes. First the AT gun. Nah. Let's spend that over here. Oh. Just remembered, I should fire first. No effect. Assault. Assault. Shoot once. Assault. Everything. These guys. Assault. Got everything. Everything I can. That was a success. They're all disrupted now. And I have another assault. Though one that is less powerful. And let's see. Yeah, that'll be good. Good. And one more shot over here. Yeah. Okay. I need to get through up here. Coming at these AA guns. Ah, nice. Shoot twice. Okay. We'll go ahead and attack here. Yeah, the problem with these AT guns is that they're useless against soft. They only have a soft attack of 2, so I'm like, it's not worth subjecting them to risk if I am not really going to be able to make use of them. That being said, I can't do anything else with this one, so let's go ahead and attack these 88s. Not very effective. I did get fatigue. Alright, I think that's it for the 1st British. Anybody over here? Yeah, we can move these HQ. Alright. And that's it. The Moroccans. Assault! Yeah, boy. Keep clearing out this area. Nice scout cars. That's pretty much it for the Moroccans. So here are all my disrupted Moroccans. And I've got this trench line that I need to clear. I've got a big trench line that I need to clear. Yeah, I can make use of these engineers, probably. I don't really need them, but, well, crap. Let's see, we'll withdraw these guys and replace them with the Indians. They're just too fought out. Yeah. Well, let me see. They're not disrupted. I'm not doing that. Cancel. There's my disruption. Okay. And then probably bring these assault engineers up and put these engineers in the trench so that these infantry over here are cut off, and bring them over here, take them out of travel, put you here, I suppose. Take you out of travel, put you into forests, and those guys can wait. These guys, just fire down at them. Alright, that's it for the Moroccans. And that brigade of the Indians. So here, let's go ahead and try and kill these guys, finally. Yes, thank you. And neither of them can move. Boop. Alright, get you on a road. Honestly, I might try to get these guys off the road, because they're exposed. Jeez. What a mess. Are these guys disrupted? Yeah. Okay. Also, give up your transportation. Man, these engineers. I can't believe they did me like that. On this flank over here. Okay. Let's handle the Indian Division first. These guys are all disrupted. Everybody disrupted. These guys are jacked up. I'm gonna do like this. Can I assault with everybody? Let's see what we get. Boop. And we'll attack that 88. Did get a shot in. And put you up here. Dang. They really got a wall against us here. Well, the paratroopers are coming. I think that'll make a big difference. What to target, though? These guys. Okay. I do feel like I'm overextending myself here. Just for the, honestly, for the sheer sake of fatigue. A lot of these guys are high fatigue or about to be there. Let's see. I have a hard range of 3 on this. He's not gonna like that. Got him. Okay. Let's see. Both of these AT guns have a range of 2, so I'll move them here and here. And we're just going to take up a defensive position for now. I got too much stuff going on this front. Okay. All right. I got my disruption. I did that poorly. It's okay. All right. I'm gonna just, I don't know what to do with this unit. I know what to do with this unit. I want to get him out of there. And I guess I don't want him there. I want him on the other side of this hill. Just keep him here, and if anybody comes up this road, we'll retreat. We have an avenue for retreat unless he goes to cut me off, which would be annoying. Move the rest of the Highlanders. You know what? I feel like it would be a good idea to use these dragoons to get behind these engineers. They're supposed to be like a mobile force, so let's use them as such. Put you here? Yeah, I gotta start moving some of their artillery up, because they're going to be tasseling with all of this stuff over here, which is, they've actually got kind of a nasty flank on me, and I might try to spread out the 501st to support while withdrawing this section of the, yeah, I think I can do something like that, okay. And these guys are heavy on fatigue anyhow, so. Okay. Okay. Put you out here, and you the same. Good. Now, for the rest of the Highlanders, I want to get you up. I think this is a full battalion. Okay, so you're fired. You're disrupted. Look at these guys. These freaking headquarters units just being absolute invulnerable monsters. We're going to assault with a lot of stuff. I don't think he'll be able to resist that. He resisted it. What a dick. Alright, more assaulting. Get him out of there. Alright. Okay. Assault. Good, we got that disruption. We're finally starting to push across this road. Alright. Need to move this headquarters unit. That should be it for the 51st. Let me get this brigade commander out of the way. I'm worried about that. This whole section over here is exposed. I'm going to have to start moving infantry in the other direction, I think, or something. I got to cover this gap they're trying to pour through. They won't be able to get through fast because of all the rough terrain, but they can start getting into this valley. I mean, these AT guns aren't defenseless, but they're not as defensible. Oh, speaking of which, good. That puts us in a better position already. Alright, next, let's see. Yeah, you can just stay that way. Alright, next is the 10 Corps and the New Zealanders, so let's examine the situation. Terrain here is pretty difficult, but I am starting to get to a position where I can occupy the high ground on the west flank while I keep applying pressure in the center here, like this, and I can also come up like this. I already have recon cars up here that are hemming them in. I have a lot of infantry over here though, which I'm pretty concerned with. I'm going to carpet bomb these guys. Intercepted. Okay, get these. These are, yes, okay. Yeah, good. We'll get him out of there. So, here we go. Let me take a quick look at the way my units are lined up here in 10 Corps, 50th Infantry. As I can, I'd like to keep them together. I've got the 151st. Yeah, they're kind of spread out, so I won't worry about it too much. I'll get them linked up at some point, but what do I have here? Oh, this is... trying to think. This could be the right opportunity for me to swing right into a position here and dig in. They don't exactly have great terrain for a counterattack, though they do have these improved positions. Huh, I see something. I see something here. So what I can do, if I'm lucky, I can get a disruption on this unit here and then assault through. And that will protect this section here so that I can cut it off and they won't be able to move on this north-south road. So let's try that. If I'm lucky. Yeah, boy. So we'll take our lowest fatigue. Well, what do I have here? Only AT guns. Yeah. Don't want to get too thin over here. I feel pretty good about it. Yeah, I think I'll move some of the AT guns northeast and some of them north. So we'll do like this. It's a nice healthy assault. Perfect. We are on the low ground here, which is disadvantageous, but all these units are disrupted, and like I said, I will at least prevent them from getting in on these engineers, which I'm now moving right up here. Not going to bother to shoot you. I don't see any hard targets, so I suppose it doesn't super duper matter where I put this AT gun. I do want it there though. And actually, this machine gun sees a nice little spot. Okay, infantry. Now these dragoons, I'm worried about their position over here. I'm going to withdraw just a little bit. I don't want to create like a salient and have them cut off. They're at risk of being cut off right now. Okay, and next up, do like, make sure these are all part of the 50th. No. As a matter of fact, this unit, 50th, 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 this unit is going to skedaddle. Well, yeah. Oh, rage. Okay. Okay. What do we got here? Oh, we got disruptions over here too. But I can't assault into this hex just yet. Well, I could from this direction. That would make sense. Though it does start to get a little thin. Oh yeah, I've got L-Force. So, yeah, actually we can assault. Units start getting a little bit mixed up, but I think this will work pretty well. Good. And let's see here. Ah, if only I could... Maybe. No. Can I do anything else? I want to try to disrupt this HQ, because now I've just encircled all of these infantry. That's got to be at least 500 men. Well, no, it's got to be at least 50 men. So who knows how many it is, but it's a nice encirclement. I appreciate that. So I'll start working that. Good. Now, I've got a lot of other stuff going on over here. Let's get this unit of the 50th machine gunners out of the way. And these are both New Zealander guns, so put you here. I think what I want to do is, yeah, it's going to be a stacking limit there, so put you here, I guess. We'll move you up next. And these engineers can go up. I've got my headquarters, which can all move up here. Got a solid flank. Good. Good, good. Here's the Fusiliers from L-Force. We'll keep them together. Leave the headquarters. Headquarters. Okay. Let's check my movement. Anybody have shots left? Yeah, I decided not to shoot with you. Well, maybe. Might as well. It's our Italian artillery. We got a fatigue. Oh yeah, alright. We'll move the, what was it, Maori? I think that's how you say it. We got to surround on these recon units here, and we still maintain this part of the front. And I have all of my recon cars here to rip this recon unit to shreds. Chop them up real good. Might as well keep them in the fight if they're just sitting here. I mean, I do like to conserve their fatigue generally, but alright, yeah, we took a real walloping last time coming at this bunker, so we're going to avoid that outcome. Oh yeah, I've got this recon car here too. So actually, got some units with hard range here, which I'm going to take advantage of to rip up this. What else? Rip up these recon cars. Line of sight is blocked. Ah, alright. Well, in that case, let's go back in on this bunker. I want to say here? No. Alright. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll fire my AT guns at the bunker. And I'll fire my AT guns at the bunker. No effect. AT guns at the bunker. Got one. Alright. Then we're gonna assault. Ugh. I got a combined organization penalty. Crap. I don't want that. Cancel the assault. I think maybe with just these two? No. Cancel the assault. It's annoying. Okay, so there's no circumstance where I don't get the combined org penalty if I assault here. Okay. Assault with all my tanks. Oh no, that worked. Okay. Sorry, it looked to me when I first saw it. Alright, then we continue on. Let me get the tanks up. Yeah, boy. Get out of here. I don't remember if I'm playing with alternate... Yeah, I have an alternate assault resolution, which my understanding is it basically better on average for infantry attacking armored vehicles. So apparently I can get here? No. Trying to push through. Two vehicles. I got a lot of tanks, don't I? Let me make sure I keep them together. First Armored Division. This guy. Oh. Where am I? So much going on over here. Alright. Boop. More 8th Armored. Which one is 8th? This is 8th Armored? No, this is the 1st Army, so they're the pink guys, right? 8th Armored Brigade, right? Yes, okay, so let's keep them together. Here. And here. We'll fire at you here. Yeah. Excellent. And this is 1st Armored. What else do I have? I have 1st Armored, and 8th Armored Brigade. So we'll take you and put you here, which is where you belong. Ah. We'll shoot you then. 2 guns, not bad. And then the 1st Armored, I will back up this trench here. Okay. And then get a nice shot on that. And we'll move everybody. Wait. Hard range of 2, technically, on this Crusader. Yeah, I don't think I need it. It was not the best position. Man, they got infinite trench lines and recon and everything. It just never ends. They've got another defensive line. Okay, here's my engineers. We'll put them here. Probably shouldn't have moved them up like that, but okay, what else, what else? These are 1st Armored. I'll keep shunting them to the right. What about this unit here? This is the 8th Armored Brigade, so we can put you up here. We got the whole 8th Armored Brigade together. Oh, nice. Literally the whole thing. Oh, not quite. But I can put these engineers into this hex here. Clear that minefield. And then, yeah, I guess we'll just keep you in reserve. I'd like to be able to get them together. This is the 1st Armored tanks over here. Just put you right there for now. And that should be it. Move these engineers up as well, so that make sure we clear mines even if we get disrupted on 1. It's looking good. I like it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call the video then. I think that was a great turn. When I come back, I will run the turn and proceed on from there. I'll look forward to the next installment.